So I've been visiting some random weapons in my chest, and I found the Cranium Vessel Candlestick, and I'm surprised how pretty effective this weapon is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the AR on this weapon is amazing with 54 strength and 40 faith, I think. What I have? Yes, so 54 strength, 40 faith. That might be a little bit of a steep allocation for your character, but you can absolutely lower those numbers to fit your own build. And you can also buff this weapon with Flame Grant Me Strength, and I highly recommend doing so because it buffs your fire and physical damage, and it also buffs your stamina recovery. So that's just a win-win-win. Do, however, keep in mind that Flame Grant Me Strength has quite a short duration, so I highly recommend the Old Lord Talisman to add a couple of seconds to it. But as you can see, if I buff this weapon with Flame Grant Me Strength, you can reach an AR of 1035, and this is only with Flame Grant Me Strength. Now, I do have to say, the downside of this is it's fire-based damage. So at higher levels, like meta levels, which is 125 to 150, fire damage negation is quite high. So this might sound like a lot of AR, but it is decent AR. But still, the AR is quite high, so if you fight against someone with less fire resistance, you will chunk a lot of people with this weapon. Also, for some reason, while recording this video, I had to fight against a lot of black flame protection and crabs, which is not a problem, so you can still see the numbers and see for yourself how this weapon performs. So, great hammers are quite nice in my opinion, if we talk about the moveset, and as you can see, this great hammer is quite lengthy. So, I will say it does feel a little bit stumpy at moments, but compare that to, let's say, the battle hammer, the range is much better. So that is number one. Number two, battle hammers do have hyper armor, so you can disrespect a lot in this meta, especially because it's quite fast for how hard you can hit with the AR, right? Look at how fast the R1 chains are. And not only the startup is fast, but the recovery is extremely fast too. So you can have a lot of fun with like back hop cancels out of like an R1 to chain down with a running R1 or a back hop R1. And to finish up on this weapon, the weapon art is quite the meme, as it is quite slow. It does have a ton of hyper armor. I've tanked Colossal Swords with it, and the AoE knocks them down for pretty nice damage, but don't rely on this. I did have some moments where people were just trying to zone me out, and the little meteors in the end, you can see here, those little rocks that go downward, I actually bonked them on the face, which is, I lost my shit when that happened because it looked so funny. Anywho, give this weapon a try. I highly recommend this weapon on lower levels because fire damage is really good on lower levels. And the requirement is not the most, I think, 26 strength, 22 faith. So, this might be a really good weapon for invasions on lower levels. Thank you guys so much for checking this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.